Hi everybody, this is Lily's ink pad, Sarah Matson Bloom Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I am going to show you today how to make this card. And it says, "I'm thankful for you, your kindness means so much more than you'll ever know." And I like that. And I cut out a set of each of these out of this. And then what I had was a whole bunch of these little inside pieces that I could piece together like a puzzle. And so I made this one, and then I made this one, and then I made this one. Okay, so I have the thinlits, the Quilted Quilt Builder thinlits. I'm using the star pattern, and I have both the outside square and the quilt builder on there. There's 2 pieces of designer series paper. This strip is a 3-inch strip, and it works just perfectly. What I have is this, and all my little pieces can pop out, right? And then this is the fun fold. It's the corner flipped over. If you look, this is actually just folded, right? So the cool part of this card is this trickiness, and how to do that, we need to use a trimmer. I have my piece of 5.5 by 8.5 piece of cardstock, 4 1/4, so that's the middle, and I'm going to put that fold, that's the right side, on the right side of my line here, and I'm going to line this end up with the 3, and then I'm going to use this blade, which is the cutting blade, like cutting and scoring, so that one's the cutting, and I'm going to go from two and a half to 4 7/8. So here's 2 1/2, and all I do is set it, push it in, and then I go up here to where it says 4 7/8. So 2 1/2, there's 4 7. Oops, I went a little far. It's 4 7/8. So I have a line. Now I turn it this way and line this up at the 3, and if you look, that my line ended on my 3, and so I'm going to start there, and I'm just going to go down, kind of a weird number, but it's 5/8. So here's half, one more eighth towards me is 5/8. Good thing I'm a math teacher, and there, I don't think I got to where I needed to get. Oh, what am I thinking? I just did 1 inch and 1/8. All right, here's 5/8. There's a half. I did the 1/8 right, just not the thing. I even wrote down the measurement so I wouldn't forget on my paper. Okay, so there's that. And then what I do is, it's like this, right? So now all I have to do is fold it, and Donald Shesky says use your bone folder to fold it. I don't really have to, but there it is. Now I have it, right? And if you notice, I cut this one, I kind of made a little divot. You know, they didn't line up perfectly, but it's hiding now, so it doesn't matter. Then I'm going to just adhere this little corner down so it's out of my way. And I'm going to put this on here. And if you notice, it's going to look a little different than the other one because it's a little smaller, and I might like it better. I haven't decided. Alright, that goes there. And then on the inside, I just put, so the inside of a card is always 4 1/2 or 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and so this is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm always off the page. And then this one is 3 3/4 by 5. A mess. My early espresso ink, and here's my sentiment. Ta-da! And then on the front, I put a little sentiment, so I'm going to stamp that quickly. That I don't have to be so perfect for, because I have a punch, and this is a new punch from the holiday mini catalog, and I'm going to punch it just center it so I know where I'm going and punch it out. And then when I put it on my card, what happened is I found it a little too big. Kind of just felt too big. So I got my scissors, which I could also use my paper cutter, but the long scissors works, and I just trimmed the top part off. I just decided I didn't want it. That. And it looks good. It does. It just could use a little more. So I have this burlap ribbon, but now I've dimensionalized it, right? But I decided the burlap looked cool, so what I did is I cut it. And then I grabbed a mini glue dot and I tucked it under the end here. So it's a way to save ribbon, just so you're aware. It's kind of fun. Oh my gosh. It would work great if I wasn't struggling today with the universe. It's still too long. Okay. Now it looks like it goes all the way through, but it doesn't. So save myself a couple pennies, but